Big hill coming up. Are you gonna be okay, May? Yeah. But look at Manny.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff, please.
Be careful, Papa Bear. Hi. To the glass blowing museum. In Gora Park. Yeah.
You want to
Make like my own souvenir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manny, how about you?
Straight ahead of you.
We'll do some pottery. Okay.
Okay.
Today we're exploring Gora Park, a super famous park in Hakone. Yay!
Here we are. Can I sit down for a tiny bit?
Sure. What you drinking, Manny?
I'm gonna. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Want some?
How is it, Mary?
Gora Park is the very first French-style park in Japan, built all the way back in 1914. It's not just pretty, but also a place to experience art. There are beautiful flower gardens here all year round, with roses and hydrangeas blooming in the summer and bright red maple leaves in the fall. It feels just like stepping into a painting.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's even a traditional tea house in the park called Hakone. It's a place where you can sit and enjoy a tea ceremony, learn how to make tea, and discover the culture of Japanese tea.
Oh, and there are special craft classes here too. We can try making pottery, blowing glass, and even making dried flower arrangements. These little things aren't just pretty, but they're also souvenirs we made ourselves.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, where are we going now?
In the Hakone. I don't think so. I think it's just open. I want to do clay.
We're going to make Japanese pottery. Pottery is a really special part of Japanese culture. The first step is preparing the clay. We get little pieces of clay and have to knead them really well to make the clay soft and get rid of any air bubbles. And the instructor said we have to be patient and knead slowly. Make it nice and even.
Next is shaping. We sit at the pottery wheel and start using our hands to shape the clay. The instructor shows us how to apply the right pressure to make the clay rise up, and then slowly spread it out to form a bowl shape.
Hey, Mary. Wow, it's looking good. You too, Manny.
After getting the basic shape, we start using small tools to add details on making the rim of the bowl rounder and smoother.
After we finish shaping, the teacher takes our pieces to dry and do the first firing. This process helps harden the clay and gets it ready for glazing later. The instructor explained that drying and firing are super important so the pieces don't get warped when they are fired at a higher temperature. Finally, it's time for glazing. Everyone gets to pick their own glaze color and use a brush to coat the bowl evenly. After that, the instructor takes our pieces for another high temperature firing so the glaze sticks to the bowl. The glaze melts in the kiln and creates a shiny layer on the surface, making the bowl strong and beautiful. The teacher said that when the glaze is finished, each piece will have its own unique colors and patterns. So our bowls are truly one of a kind.
All right, Manny, time to go. Yeah, how was it?
It was good.
Yeah, was it hard?
It was also hard.
Yeah. What was the hardest part about it?
Like the top of it, like if you mess up one bit, it would look horrible.
Oh, yeah. So you can't mess up the top.
Yes.
I see. Makes sense.
Do you guys know how Japanese pottery and Vietnamese Bát Tràng pottery are different?
Japanese pottery follows the Wabi-Sabi style, where beauty lies in imperfection, with natural cracks or uneven spots making each piece unique. It's used in traditional ceremonies like tea ceremonies, valuing simplicity and a natural look. In contrast, Vietnamese Bát Tràng pottery is detailed and elegant, featuring folk patterns like lotus flowers or phoenixes. It's handmade with a glossy white finish and colorful designs, making it look fancy. Bát Tràng pottery is a big part of everyday life in Vietnam, used for household items, worship, and decoration.
We just learned something really interesting. Did you know, even though they're both pottery, there are actually two different ways of making them?
That's right. In the Bát Tràng pottery village in Vietnam, artisans soften the clay using water. The water makes the clay more flexible and smooth, so the details can be shaped clearly and precisely. But Japanese pottery is a bit different. Here, the artisans use their hands to knead and shape the clay. They carefully press and knead it over and over until it's soft and pliable. This gives the clay a natural firmness without using any water.
Every piece of pottery really does tell its own story, doesn't it? Which type of pottery do you like better?
So what do you say?
Poison, right? That is treasure. Okay? No, there's no treasure. That's our criminal. Okay?
Did you guys have fun today?
Yes.
Ready to go home? Wow, such a beautiful park, huh? Oh, this is the big fountain.
That's empty.
I know, and there's that big tree in the middle. Ooh. All right, here we are, walking back.
Maybe Andre
It's a big hill coming up. Are you gonna be okay, Mary? But look at Manny. Are you gonna be okay, Manny? We're almost there.